Hello, amazing people in reproductive health across the United States and Canada. I'm Griffin Jones. This is ASRM 2015. We've just shut her down, so let's talk about what we've learned. First, it was great seeing all of you at ASRM. That was actually a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. I enjoyed meeting all of you who I'm corresponding with now for the first time, but as you know, the only thing that I love more than meeting new people is getting to hang out with people that I've started to build a relationship with. So I love seeing you, and I want to say thank you so much for the really unbelievable encouragement that so many of you gave me. So many of you went out of your way to notice the content that I've been working on and asking how you can help. And I just appreciate being welcomed into this space that way. It really does not go unnoticed. So the biggest takeaway that I had from the meeting was that this digital revolution in communication is not just in my end of the space, but it's happening in every aspect of your field, from Dr. Bud Kai's talks on ethics in reproductive medicine to Dr. DeCherny's session on RRE still GYNs, talking about the way fellows and med students want to consume their information in the course of their studies, to Ira Flato's keynote about how smart is the new sexy and how we can create content that's appealing to people that they want to consume in a form of educating people. So it's validated the project that I've started to work on that I've gotten from a lot of you, which is reverse engineering the patient satisfaction of how it's reported after the fact, that your public image online. So the first phase of that is I started working on examining negative reviews. And it was insightful to me because I realized that I can sometimes be hard on you. I sometimes fancy myself as Mr. Customer Satisfaction. And I really, through going through these reviews, and I looked at hundreds of them, and I've looked at thousands over the course of the past few months, is that you're really walking on eggshells in a lot of cases. You're dealing with people undergoing tremendous emotional stress, and sometimes what you say, I can tell, is interpreted in a completely different way, and it comes back to be projected on you. So I want to give you a resource that we reverse engineer all of these different interactions, really going through reviews and the public image as a whole, so that we can give you something that better protects you, because a lot of you have told me that this really upsets you. I've heard several of you say that you lose sleep over when people have a nasty review or just a really dissatisfied experience that they share. So the first one was to go through the negative reviews and aggregate some data. I hate aggregating data, but I know that data is what you like. So this project was actually about going through 130 different RE reviews using RateMDs as my source. And I picked out only the ones that had negative adjectives. So I only looked at 1 to 2.5 star reviews, only the negative reviews. And from 349 different reviews, only the ones where adjectives were used, of these 130 REs, I listed and counted every single negative adjective that was used. There was 119, and I made a word cloud of the 28 most common ones. So I'll give you a second, but what do you think were the harshest words what do you think was the most common word negatively to describe an RE or their staff? It was rude. The word rude, I think, came up more than 90 times, and this is for REs or their staff. So I think it's really important to understand the language, because that helps us reverse engineer the interaction that led to it. And I'm a bad news first kind of guy. If you ever give me any bad news and good news, always give me the bad news first. And so I think it's important to analyze both languages of the way people are using negative reviews, and the next project will be positive reviews. But I want to understand, why did they use the word horrible 3 times more than they use the word awful, 4 times more than they use the word awful? Why, if they complain about money a lot of times, they'll say that he's only after the money. That happens all the time, but they almost never use the word greedy. I think it's really important to understand the language, because then we're understanding exactly what's going through their mind, and we can also compare it to the positive, which will be the next time you hear from me. The next video post that you'll get from me will be a word cloud on these positive reviews. I'm going to go through the whole thing. If you want to see the word cloud itself, it's up on the blog. If you want to take a look at the raw data just because you're curious, I have that all in a Excel spreadsheet that I'll be happy to send to you. So go ahead and send me an email. Last order of housekeeping is line dancing. Guys, the Cupid Shuffle's been out since 2006. So at the next ASRM, I want everybody to up their Cupid Shuffle game a little bit. I hope to see all of you at the Resolve Gala that's coming up in a couple weeks in November, and I hope to be able to see you again.